Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Our Darker Purpose. If I sound out of it, it's because I am very, very tired. I woke up from sleeping. And you know what is perfect when you get up from sleeping and have a cat sitting in front of your screen so you can't see? Oh God, move!
Whoops!
For the love of God, go move. Okay. Anyway, hi everyone! We have a new little kitten. His name is Apollo. He said hi to everyone just now by screwing around with some of my controls. Because he doesn't understand that you can't sit on the keyboard right now. We are busy.
We are working on it.
Oh jeez. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Did I forget to mention that I'm really tired, so my reflexes are lacking at this moment, to the point where I'll see something happening and not be able to move accordingly?
Oh.
He is a loud one, so if you hear really high-pitched mewing in the background, that's him. Aries has since grown out of his mewling days.
Mostly.
Well, I mean random mewling.
Okay.
He doesn't do it as much as he used to. Alright. Anyway, this is hard mode. Why is it hard mode? Well, it's because that's the only thing I really have left to conquer in Our Darker Purpose is hard mode. And therefore, it's the only thing left. Let's see, trap some rows. Hard mode still retains its hardness. I'm really hoping that ABG, Avidly Wild, are still working around on stuff. I haven't seen anything lately, but that might just be because since this patch, when did this come out? Beginning of this month? Sometime around then. It was about the beginning of this month that they got their new patch out. Yeah. And I mean the new patch, that's not the beta test patch, this new one with the stuff that I suggested in it. It's been like a few weeks. And they might be waiting for more suggestions from the player base before they do something. Or they might just be working on another patch like they did last time with the item additions and whatnot. Like Avidly Wild said when they first came back to their Twitter and everything, is that the guys who work on this, Avidly Wild, they're not a I think they said they are not a full-time game community. They're just, they're a group of people. A group of people who have full-time jobs of some nature that is not game design. And therefore they are in those full-time jobs. Usually. I think that's what we heard from them off of the Twitters before. So those guys aren't considered actual enemies, they're considered environmental hazards. The slimes that those guys produce. That's an interesting thing of note. Okay. So we remember all our things about hard mode. Some people move faster, all the enemies do deal more damage. The floor damage is increased. I'm really worried actually about the boss right now, more than anything. I'm hoping it's the Frozen Few because it's a side door, and the Frozen Few has a lot of side doors usually, but so does everything else. I mean, the only thing I can think of off the top of my head with side door equals no would be Sudsy, I guess, because usually that's a top or bottom door, and this is gonna suck. We're in this shotgun gallery. It'd usually be a shooting gallery, but thanks to PD there with shotgun gallery. By the way, when you have two cats, they sometimes jump on each other, and then you hear that.
Berries. And that.
So, we originally went to go get a female cat, but she was sick, so we weren't able to do it. So we went and we got Apollo, who I'm sure you can all guess is a male cat. Either by name or, you know, thinking about it for a second. So anyway, Apollo's a male cat. When you have two male cats, sometimes they play very roughly with each other, and that's what you're hearing. You're hearing very rough play. If you're hearing it. But if you are, trust us that no real harm is coming to the cats. We just don't like the whole sound whenever it happens. Like when it gets to a certain pitch, it's like, okay, you guys gotta stop now. It's kind of like when your brother or sister would continually say no every time that you punch them in the arm when you're play fighting, and then all of a sudden here comes the big no, and it's like, okay, well now you gotta stop because now that was real. Gosh darn it. Of the things that hit me in hard mode the most, bubbles and the trash cans kind of equal out to each other. I don't want this to be over already, so there. Really? I didn't think Sudsy had a side door ever. At least not that I remember. I don't remember Sudsy's. Oh. I am so great. Standing next to the ice, not behind it. So I find Sudsy on hard easier to deal with if you pretend that you can't shoot. Because all then you have to do is dodge these exploding projectiles when they do explode, and wait for his own ice spears to deal with him. It can be kind of a pain because you have to figure out which way he was moving in the first place in order to actually trap him into one of his ice spears. Like, see how he's moving down, so I have to go up, and there we go. They gave me a D. Screw you. Alright, so we're gonna go this power struggle one. I really feel under leveled. I don't know why. I just don't feel like I've been getting as much experience as I usually would in these first couple floors. Which is weird because there were a bunch of trash cans. So unless they're experienced... Wait a sec. Wait a sec. This was weird. Okay, AP Magnificent can die now because I don't need him anymore. So, hopefully... And there's the Hand of the Bloodfather. That's gonna help out. Not super a lot, but it'll help out in a sense. It looks like people give less experience in hard mode. I don't remember if that was how it was. Let's see. Yep, they do. I mean, it's hard mode, I get that, but... Still though, less experience? Was a time when I was thinking to myself, this game is insane sometimes. And I'm like, yep, you're right, me. And to put that into perspective for myself, I don't know anyone in any recent context, okay? Maybe before, but not any recent context that has been able to obtain things like power or story time because I guess they just keep making it harder and harder to get through some of these places. It drives me nuts. I understand the need to make a game hard, but to put it in a perspective, even rage games, I think, have final levels. And you can learn after a while how to do it. Like, the impossible quiz is somewhat easier to do than some of the achievements on this game in hard mode. And some of their answers cheat. Anyway, enough of my rambling about how difficult the game is at times. Let's go ahead and open this or go in here and meet our fate. Oh god, I know it was you. Why did I know it was you? Maybe because you're long overdue for showing up. So, I think I mentioned it a lot earlier in a one playthrough when I was comparing this game to BOI, as it is like to always be compared to the BOI for Binding of Isaac, which is that despite everything in this game, I still find Binding of Isaac a little more enjoyable. And I think it's the variety of items, and the other characters which give it that feel. When they added the 9? Yes. The 9 new items, it was nice. We found them way too easily. But that's RNG's fault, no one else's. I just really wish they would have put, like, when they said a handful, I didn't think they meant 9. I thought they meant at least 12. Why? Because I don't know. It's a good number. It's the one I thought of. I am confused. I am confused, and this sucks. Oh God, I'm confused again. I don't have a piece of chalk in order to make this a little easier. The photo album. Thank goodness I got that now. So now I'm getting experience from these guys a little more than it was as a than they give on normal, but not too much more. I mean, like, I'm getting 40 more experience, I guess, than they would give on normal. He didn't even turn around. That was weird. The fortress on hard reminds me of Reagan on normal my first few attempts. Something that I get to say, well, here I go to die, and then if I die, I'm like, oh. But if I survive, I'm like, yay. Anyway, there's no reason for me to... Actually, there is now. With the Prodigal photo album, there actually is a reason for me to check the other rooms. And that's because of 400 experience, it's 4 guys. Wouldn't you know it, that's pretty much all they had left. Hiding in the rooms. 4 guys. Seriously? They had 4 guys. This is a time when I was like, when I'm just sitting here going, oh my God. Okay, so they've set me up a little, but they've set me up more as a joke than anything. So I've got the Hand of the Bloodfather, and now I've got Fragile Glassware, and I've also got 28 experience to level up. 32. And there are no more enemies! Vistas is missing. That might be another thing that's taken away from me. Anyway, let's get this over with. God, I hate this bouncy crap. So there's my 9. I'll die before I lose the Fragile Glassware's abilities. I'll die first. Shoot. Shoot. And by shoot, I mean fire. And dang it. So I have 13 shots left, and they all have to count. 12 shots left, and they all have to count. And the reason that this is kind of bad is because, remember, the fort does that. I have 11 shots left, and they all have to count. Goneril's out. 10 shots left. She killed me. Alright. I still really hate the bouncy fort. I really do. I don't get it. Why is it so bouncy? Someone figure that out. Someone figure out why the fort's geometry changes during the fight. I want like a detailed hitbox that I can print out on like translucent paper and paste over my screen while I'm playing, so I can know, oh, don't hit here, it'll bounce back. Alright, anyway, that was our Darker Purpose back in hard mode. I'll have some other things coming up soon. But as for anything else, if you guys have any ideas about things that need updating, and trust me, there are some things that still need updating. Like, I'm glad they fixed some of the broken things, like the Hall Pass and Nimble Medallion cheat. But I would really have liked... I would really like for them to kind of take a step back and maybe, I have no idea if they've done this themselves, like have the developers, even one of them, I don't care, played this game for themselves, and what did they think about it? I know that's what we're for. We're testing it all because, you know, it's still in patches, and this is still a test build patch. I'm still in test mode, but I wonder if they've ever gotten anywhere in their own game. Alright, anyway, that's gonna do it for right now. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.